What's going on? This video is just gonna be me going to suss another boat. But I've got a lot going on this weekend. I don't know if you've seen the Anzac Day video. Go back and watch that. I had a lot going on before we actually got out to Whitehaven Beach doing wakeboarding and stuff. Funny because the baby shower we went to, that baby was born and it's his baptism this weekend, so that's what I've got to do as well. And then I'm driving off to the Gold Coast, which is a 12-hour drive to go and view a boat. Yeah, I've managed to get it over the fence with my wife. She's gonna let me get another bigger boat. We love our boat. We love our boat. I promise you we do, but we just need it bigger. We need a bigger one. We just do. But people say about, oh, you know, you spend money. I'm like, it's what I want to do. I want to be a good dad. I want to show them, you know, outdoor living. My daughter obviously being Australian, an original Australian, their whole culture is, I'm talking about Australians, original Australians, the culture is outdoor living and being at one with the land. I think a lot of that's been confused over the years. A lot of people are quite lost these days, but that's none of my business. But being outside, being part of the land, being one with the land and enjoying the outdoors, that's kind of the goal with the kids and my wife. And you know, people aspire to be millionaires with a Lamborghini and a mansion. I just aspire to be a good dad and raise kids who haven't got trauma and they haven't got to be an adult like me who's every day trying to nurse themselves back to decent mental health. But enough of me rabbiting on. The next video will be me on the road to the Gold Coast, and yeah, you'll see the boat I'm going to look at, and hopefully I'm setting back the 12-hour drive with a boat on the back. And just to tip you up, it's just a tiny bit bigger than the boat we currently have, and the boat we currently have obviously needs to be sold. So if you're interested in a boat, it's for sale. But yeah, enough of me rabbiting. Stay tuned. Right, that's me. Baptism done. Didn't really get to do any work because the rain is set in now. It's pretty bad. The rain is cleared now. It's still sunny and whatever, but we had a bit of a monsoon come through. But I'm just setting off now. It's 1:30 p.m. and it's a 12-hour drive. So see you on the other side. So yeah, we are. I'm a few hours into the trip, and yeah, it's like a 12-hour drive. So I may as well bloody do all the talking and nonsense now and fill you in on exactly what go on. You know what I mean? Such, and you know, fill you in. But yeah, so basically I'm going to view some boats and whatever. I'm pretty much set on the one now because we were back and forth trying to make a decision. And if you go back on our YouTube, there's like Whitehaven videos from like 2020 that I put up. It's just like an old video that I just put on. It's like, I think it's labeled Whitehaven Beach 2020 or 2022. I'm not sure if it got taken down because my missus had her bum cheeks out. I don't know, but have a look on that and you'll see my last, you know, bigger boat. It was called a Campion Alante 595 BRI. It was a mint boat. It was everything about it was so nice. It was a Canadian boat and just really well made. It had a 5.7 litre V8 Volvo Penta in it. Mint. But one of the boats I've been looking at recently is a Campion Alante 825, which is essentially the same boat but just enclosed. So like rather than the bow rider front, it's an enclosed front with the kitchen and toilet and stuff. And I was like, well, I know these boats are really well made, and this 825 had 8.4 litre engine in it as well, and I was like, oh wow, this is like, this is what I'm getting, you know what I mean? But then I started looking into the weight and the beam, the width of the boat, which was 3 meters, and legal towing is 2.5 meters, and this car is only a 3.5 towing, and that thing weighed like 3.9 ton or so, you know what I mean? It was too big. So I was like, oh, right, oh, you know, sad, but it is what it is. And then I looked at a couple of others. Larson Cabrio was one, but that was a 28 footer, and they just come in overweight. And again, this car's only a 3.5, and to get those kind of boats, I'd need a 4.5 towing vehicle, which, for an example, would be like a Dodge Ram or a Silverado, and I haven't got 200 grand to part with for a car at the minute. So yeah, that's why I was sad, because I had so many of them lined up that I was like, yeah, either the Cabrio Larson, then there was the Bayliner I was gonna see, and then there was a Sea Ray Sundancer that I wanted to look at, because Sea Ray Sundancers, honestly, they're well made as well. But it was just that bit too big, you know, and by the time I fill it up with fuel and the water for the kitchen on there, and it just comes in overweight, you know, and it's a bit dangerous then, isn't it? So I've scaled back, 24 foot, 22 foot. That's kind of the range I'm in. I don't want to be in that range, but I'm in that range because my vehicle can only tow that range, you know? So it's like, oh, okay. It's like literally I've got a champagne taste on beer money. But yeah, that's where we're at with the boats and the decision making and whatnot. I thought I'd just fill you in on what kind of ones we're looking at. I'm, you know, looking to purchase. But, you know, the responsible adult would just get the 22 foot because it's safer to tow. And, you know, I'm always towing it up and down the coast of the Whitsunday. So it makes sense, obviously, with everyone on board. And obviously we can fuel it up on land and tow it up there, as opposed to fueling it up out on the water where the fuel's like 50 cents a litre more expensive, you know what I mean, on the harbour fuel docks and stuff. But yeah, that's where we're at. It's all happy days, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is, like I said, I'm in a position where I can do all this stuff. Like, oh, I wish I could explain to you where I've come from and what I've done, and people say about this and the other, but it's like, I was once a homeless teenager, believe it or not. You know, I used to sleep on the roof of a supermarket under the bloody heat vents from the cold rooms in the supermarket. I used to sleep in a tent, you know what I mean? And now I'm in a position where I'm doing this kind of thing. Like I said, my aspirations, my dreams, my goals are to just be a dad. I don't care about the flash mansions and the Louis Vuitton handbags and stuff. I just want to be a good dad who gives his kids a good life, you know what I mean? I always say, it's easy to say you'll die for your kids, but how about you live for your kids? Let's try that one. Because, you know, there was no one doing that for me, believe me when I say that. So, yeah, see you on the other side.
We're just at home, ticking boxes in the rain for Dad. Roman! He's done one lap. Come on, Diesel, let's go.
I don't know how well you can see me there, but yeah, I'm just driving. I've gone through Gympie and Sunny Coast and stuff. I'm contemplating pulling in at Brisbane at my brother-in-law's house, my missus' brother, obviously. Believe it or not, I'm not 100% fully crazy. I did actually get my missus' brother to go and view one of the boats before I set off on the 12-hour drive. I did ask him to go and see two, but he could only get to see one, which was, yeah, you know, really good result in the end, because it's, you know, top of the list at the minute. But yeah, no, so he's already been and seen. So, you know, like I said, I'm not 100% lost the plot. I'm not just driving 12 hours without a hope. But yeah, I was thinking about stopping in at his house or just keep going on for the extra hour. So he lives in Brisbane, which would be, you know, stop and then wake up in the morning and drive the last hour, or just keep going and sleep in the car, basically. And you all know I don't mind to sleep in the car. It is what it is.
So we're just having our homemade pizza and movie night dinners while Dad's driving on the road. Unlucky, Dad. That's what happens when you're not happy with your first 3 boats, mate.
You will scram you or something. Or is it dead?
It's not dead. It's like it's been run over.
Yeah, right. The poor thing, eh? Just move him to the side, maybe. Yeah. You just gotta be careful he doesn't scratch you or bite you. Wow, what an ordeal that was. So I decided to just keep going. So I'm in the Gold Coast now, but I'm just here, yeah. And I was like, oh, I may as well just pull into a car park somewhere and just have a nap in the car. And then I saw the Hungry Jack's was open. For those of you who don't know, if you're from the UK, Hungry Jack's is just Burger King. But I was like, oh, I'll just get a chicken burger, happy day. I'm in the drive-through, and as you saw then, like everyone's faffing, obviously city folk. It was like a possum just like hobbling along the road, and I was just like, oh, just grab him, you know what I mean? Like, and they're like, use a cloth because of the germs and all that. I was like, okay, like whatever. So I just grabbed him by his tail, put him on the side of the road, and he was like, I don't know if he was dying. He was dying, but I don't know if he was gonna make it, kind of thing. But it's funny because I'm like, oh, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, yes, yeah, where I'm from up north, that's just an everyday kind of thing. But yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this chicken burger. Chicken butties, mate. Chicken butties. I'm gonna eat this chicken burger and have a nap. I'm gonna wake up early and do the rest of, well, I'd say it's like a 20-minute drive from here to the address of the first space. So yeah.
Sleep time. Right away. Two little monkeys.
So that's me. Good sleep in the back of the carrier. Like I said, it falls down flat like a bed. But yeah, I'm on the move again. Yeah, on my way to one of the boats. I might, like I said, one of the boats is like I've kind of half made my mind up, so I might only get to see one. It depends. If it's mad good, I'm just gonna go, well, you know what? Because, you know, the others, they're like that. But this one, I was already like, ooh, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Yeah, this is me. I'm on the move again, like I said, you know. And I always say to people, if you're not happy, move. Get on the move. You're not a tree. You know what I mean? Just, even if, like, you know, on a bigger scale of that, like if you don't like where you live in, and like, just get up and move. A lot of people seem to work hard and strive and stress to go on holiday. Why not just live on holiday? Anyway, that's what I did. Just move on holiday, you know what I mean? And, you know, I make these videos now, and again, I bang on, make them for my kids, but you know what it's like now, the world we live in now, the bloody war going on and all the evil in the world, and the TV channels all trying to take away your kids' innocence, and even Peppa Pig is, you know, it's all subliminal and trying to target the kids. So what I do, I just make my own TV. This is what goes on in the house. The kids watch it, rather than just sit and complain about how all the programming and all that's bad. You make your own kind of TV, you know what I mean? Kids are the most innocent, closest to God, you know what I mean? If God made us all in his image, then who would be closer? The ones without sin, the innocent ones without sin, the children. Which is why all the bad people in the world are after the children, you know? Enough of me banging on. I'll see you at the boat. Side note, I forgot to say, it's St. David's Day today. But yeah, happy St. David's Day, folks. Love it. Yeah, right. Done and done. I'm a happy man. I'm towing the boat, as you saw. It's the 22 foot. I had to prove to people that I am actually sane. And now I've got a long drive. I mean, it was 12 hours down. I'm double the weight now, so I'm looking at 14 back. Let's be realistic. But I'm a happy man. It took a little while to get everything sorted because I had to download the app for the brakes on the trailer and stuff. You know, these bigger boats, they weigh quite a bit. Trusty girl, she'll get it home. In God we trust as well. People talk about manifestations and all this kind of stuff, but I just call it praying. That's what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, happy. I might make another video when I'm home, just of the boat, and I'll attach it to the end of this whole thing. Apologies, it's just been me talking. It's all coming to a nice crescendo where you'll get to see the nice flash walk around. So yeah, stay tuned. I was on the way back. I'm still on the way back. One of my leads on Marketplace came through for a tender. I was like, oh, messaged him, pulled in. He was in a storage unit, and I pulled in. He was stood there with his wife. I think he was Italian, but he obviously Australian accent, but there was a twang. I was getting a bit of Italian out of him. I don't know. I didn't ask, but you know, whatever. But it's funny. You know, we agreed a price. I gave him the money, and he went, whoop, give it to the Minister of Finance. And I was laughing. I was like, keep the Minister of Finance happy, or she'll become the Minister of War. He was laughing. But yeah, so I've got a tender, which is perfect. You'll see it all when I get back, and I'm just gonna buy a water snake, electric water snake, and then that'll be how we get to and from the island from the boat with the girls and my son. It's all go. But yeah, happy. I just got to get back now.
To keep on holding on, holding on, holding on, holding on. To keep on holding on, holding on, holding on, holding on. Oh no, be a sign good.
Here we are. Just arrived home. 24 hours on the road, done in 32 hours. So the 8 hours was obviously sleeping and buying. 2,000 kilometers. Big shout out to the Isuzu MUX. What a hell of a weapon of a car that is. The boat is like 3.4 ton all up, and it did it with no dramas. Really happy. But I'm absolutely annihilated now. Shani's just inspecting and sussing what she can complain about, I no doubt.
Bigger than I was told.
Bigger than she was told, she reckons. But yeah, stay tuned for the walkthrough. I'm not going to do it in the night. I'll do it tomorrow when Addie is awake and Wilder's awake. Just make sure that's fastened up nicely, please. Lovely.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We'll be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free.
You're running and you're running and you're running away. Hey. You're running and you're running and you're running away. Hey. You're running and you're running, but you can't run away from yourself. No.
So yeah, this is the Mustang Club Sport 2200. It's rare, very rare. Usually they're the 24s, the 28s, I believe. But as you can tell, Wilder loves it. This is the 2200 Club Sport Mustang. Very rare, very nice. This boat had been reconditioned. It's a 2003 model. 2003 model, but it's been redone, like completely. New carpets, new upholstery. They took the engine out, fully reconditioned the engine. It's got a closed cooling system on the engine as well. It's only got 300 hours on it. but everything came out. Honestly, you want to see the engine bay, looks like a dinner plate. It's unreal. Absolutely zero complaints from any of these kids. My wife, as mad as she was, I think she came round. As soon as she jumped on board, she came round. But it's crazy to think that this is only a 22 footer and I was looking at 28 footers, and this thing is big. This thing is big. It feels pretty roomy, doesn't it? The back converts to a bed or a dining area. This converts to the bed, what it is now, or a dining area as well. We're gonna have so much fun on this thing. Just cruising around the islands, and obviously, you know, we do island camping, tent camping, beach camping. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Boat camping.
It'll all be boat camping. Just pull up. Yeah, and obviously I got the tender as well. The tender's up the back here. Exciting, but this video's dragged on long enough now. Thanks for watching. You know, I've obviously been rabbiting on most of the time. Stay tuned for the next episode where we'll be on this thing.
Don't hide behind the shadows of your dark, start to knock and